Well, I guess this is it for Bill Cole Auto Mall. If you look all the way up the hill, there's no cars on Pre-Owned, no cars on Subaru, no cars on Kia. And then if you turn around, there's no cars at Honda. And then all the way down there, no cars at Nissan. It's been a great 2-year journey with you all. I appreciate everything and everybody.
So I'm a used car dealer, and right now even $2,500 cars are not selling on my lot.
It is July 19th, and I just experienced my 2-week strike of no sales.
What happens when a car just doesn't sell?
The car dealership had one job: sell you a car. And for decades, that worked because people needed cars, and the prices made enough sense to keep the machine moving. Then dealerships got greedy. Markups on top of MSRP, maintenance contracts nobody asked for. And now the lots are full, the showrooms are empty, and the same dealers who spent the last 5 years squeezing every dollar out of every customer are wondering why nobody's walking through the door anymore.
We haven't done anything. I think, what is the 10th, and we've sold 7 cars, 6 cars, somewhere in that ballpark. I got one that I can't even give away. I was on vacation for a week, talked to my brother. He said, hey, we sold the Infiniti today. I'm like, great, that car needed to go. And I get back, and it's still here. So we didn't sell it. The lady that called on it called all the way from Hawaii. It's a 2021 Infiniti QX50. It's got like 90,000 miles, 95,000 miles. I've marked it down on the internet all the way to 16.5. It's so cheap, a lady that can't even drive it to where she is living called us on it. Can't even get to her. I'm probably gonna have to mark it down again. It's still here. It's gonna hit 90 days here probably in the next week or so. And it has got to go. Right now it is rough. I mean, we can't give anything away. Unbelievable.
So I'm a used car dealer, and right now even $2,500 cars are not selling on my lot. And for you, that means prices are going to come down. And on a lot of these cars that you see behind me, we've marked them down $500, $1,000, and we still can't get them to move. Some of them we've even got to the point where we're breaking even and they still won't sell. It's been so slow for us lately that I haven't bought a single car in 2 weeks. Yeah, check this out. So all these cars up here are for sale, and down here where we park our cars for recon, ghost town, right? All our cars are ready up there because we've actually had time to get them ready. We haven't been turning and burning, and it's a good thing right now, but I mean, I would rather see way more cars down here than I would up here, because this right here means I'm not selling anything. But even with all of this going on, I don't want you to buy a car from me right now. In fact, I don't want you to buy a car from any car dealer right now, because I believe it's going to get much, much worse for us.
As you can see, I'm at CarMax right now, and this lot is entirely empty. There is not one person on this entire lot that does not work here. Now, granted, it's a Tuesday at 12:30, but there's also only 2 customers inside. And I'm about to show you exactly why that there is nobody here. Well, on top of the fact that everybody has negative equity. This right here is a 2024 Accord Hybrid. This thing has 58,000 miles, and this thing is $28,000. First of all, how do you even get that many miles in 2 years? This thing is damn near brand new, and this thing has 58,000 miles. And here is another example. This is a 2019. This is the old body style. This one has 11,000 more miles, and is only $4,000 less, but 5 years older. This doesn't make any sense. This car was $23,000 brand new in 2018. I remember because I bought it then.
As a dealer for 32 years, I'm so sick of this business. Terrible quality, no selection, and today's cars are absolute trash and way too expensive to buy. When the guy selling the cars doesn't believe in the product anymore, the market is cooked, and the comments feel it. I bought a brand new Dodge Challenger in 2016 with average credit, and my monthly payment was only $350 a month with a $2,000 down payment. COVID destroyed the economy. $350 a month with average credit. That's a sentence that sounds like fiction in 2026. That same car today would be $700-800 a month minimum. The car didn't change. The economy did, and people adjusted the only way they could. They stopped buying. That's why I'm still riding in my 2017 Camry that's paid off, riding this car till the wheels fall off.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealers are overflowing with inventory, and things just got even worse. I mean, seriously, overflowing with inventory. To the point where they're having to get overflow lots for all the trucks and cars and SUVs that they can't sell. Jeep, for example, has increased their price 61% over the past 6 years, which is a steep price increase that a lot of customers can't afford. Things have gotten so bad that dealers are even hitting me up asking what they need to do to sell more cars, and I told them I would ask the community. And it's not just Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Ford, with their F-Series pickup truck, just had a 6% sales decline year over year. And that's while Ford's been advertising 1.9% APR financing for 72 months on the remaining 2023 Ford F-150s. So yeah, what should I tell this dealer? Should I tell him $10,000 off on Ram 1500s? I mean, seriously, what do people want to see? Because these cars got so expensive so quickly, now the prices have to come back down.
A dealer reached out to me on TikTok or Instagram, can't remember. They have a 2021 Mercedes G550 that they have had for about a year and a half. It's been sitting on the lot. They haven't had any bites, and it's because they overpaid, I think, like $50,000 or $60,000 for the car. They're trying to wholesale it, knowing that they're going to lose money. So let's give them a call and see how much we can get it for.
So it's a 2021 Mercedes-Benz G-Class. It's the G550 4MATIC. Has the night package on it with the AMG package. It's got just over 5,000 miles on it. Pretty nice spec G-Wagon.
So how long has it been sitting on your lot?
For about a year.
Have you contacted anybody else about it?
I haven't reached out to any Mercedes dealerships. I've reached out to a couple other higher end used car dealers. A few offers on it, but nothing that I would kind of jump on.
What are you looking to get for it?
I'll be honest with you, we own it for a good amount. We have about 155 in it, which is it's high. I'm aware of that.
That's G63 territory right there.
It is G63 territory. You're not wrong. One of our buyers might have just got a little excited when he saw it.
It is July 19th, and I just experienced my 2-week strike of no sale. Yes, you heard that right. 2 weeks of no sale. Last time I sold a car was July 5th.
So right now at Gresham CDJR, you can lease this 2025 Jeep Wagoneer S for just $39 a month. There's $3,999 due at signing. It's a 36-month lease that allows for 5,000 miles a year.
5,000 means you can drive this car about 14 miles a day before you start paying overage fees. Cool, so you can drive to the grocery store a few times, and then that's it. And somebody else added, perfect. I can drive it right back to the dealership for repairs. Because that's the other side of this. It's a Jeep. The 5,000-mile limit might actually be a feature because the less you drive it, the less chance it has to break down. And here's the real number nobody's talking about. $60K drop driving it off the lot. That's the depreciation. The lease exists because the dealership knows this car cannot be sold at full price. Nobody is financing a Wagoneer S at sticker, so they create a $39 headline, bury the real cost in the fine print, and hope somebody bites. That's not a lease. That's a marketing trick with a monthly payment attached.
For all you guys that are talking about it's a very slow month in the car business, stop it with the negativity. Stop getting in your head. Realize that 1 week can make a month and 1 day can make a week. Keep doing what you're doing every day. Make your phone calls, send your emails, send your texts, follow up with your repeat customers, to get referrals. Do what other people are not doing. Drop your business cards off at credit unions, buy them lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever it is. Tell them that the next time someone's looking for a car, send them your way. Go to your service department, try to pull customers out of service to sell them a car.
This is a trick 80% of dealers pull with used cars because people fall for it. Atlantic Chevrolet is advertising this Honda Pilot for $32,900, but they are not going to let you buy the car for this price. They're going to charge fees because they know most people are not going to verify online. They're going to come into the dealer looking for that price and they're going to bump them. Now, when you try to verify online through text or email, they're going to make it very hard. They're going to divert. They won't answer the simple question of what they charge on top of that price. Now, when I called, I spoke to the right person. They told me this price includes a $2,000 down payment, so it's $34,900. It's not $32,900, and you must finance with the dealership. So until y'all learn to shop online like pros, they're going to keep doing this because people keep falling for it. FTC, U.S. Attorney General, Cars.com, Car Gurus, all these marketplaces, y'all need to change the way these dealers are allowed to advertise. That's like looking at a TV, finding on Amazon, you go to buy it for $400 and they say, oh, by the way, you owe us another $400.
Out of Racine County, as a car salesman is now out of a job after backlash from a now deleted viral TikTok video he recently posted. This TikTok, originally posted by @KennySells, the caption says, "You look happier. Thanks, I just sold a single mom a car, $10,000 over sticker." That video sparked some serious outrage and has now been deleted. Additionally, the man, Kenny Rua, has now been fired, but the dealership is still the target of negative reviews.
Lexus dealership is going viral for all the wrong reasons after the guys over at CarEdge brokered a deal to negotiate $7,000 off the price of a vehicle on their client's behalf. The CarEdge guys were happy, their client was happy, and the Lexus dealer was about to sell a new vehicle, so, they should have been happy too. But once the deal got into the finance office, the finance manager decided to add on almost $21,000 in extra fees, and that's on top of the $800 doc fee. Talk about swinging for the fences. If we look at the contract here, we can see that the vehicle itself was being sold for $62,000. Then we have a maintenance contract for $4,995, an extended service contract for $8,995, Toyota Motor Insurance Service for $1,200, whatever that is. And then this one is awesome. $1,240 for an optional sales commission. Finally, we have another $4,495 for tire and wheel coverage. The add-ons end up to be something like 34-ish% of the price of the vehicle itself.
Wow, this should be illegal. Over 3,500 people agreed because it feels illegal. You negotiate a price, you shake hands, and then you walk into a back office where a different person tries to undo everything you just agreed to. And somebody asked the question that's been building for years. What happened to the days where you get a car below MSRP? Because those days existed not that long ago. You walked in, you negotiated under sticker, and you drove away feeling like you won something. Now you negotiate under sticker, and the finance office adds $21,000 on top and acts like you should be grateful. And one comment offered the only real solution: get rid of dealerships and turn them into service centers with new vehicle delivery area, and done. Because the dealership model isn't serving the customer anymore, it's serving the dealership. The customer is just the person they extract the money from.
Because 6 months ago, when these first came out, no dealer was doing discounts. They were like, oh, no, it's a new redesign. We're not going to discount or anything. Yeah, turns out, made a big mistake. Made a huge mistake, actually. And now they're just loaded with inventory. Look at all those. Look at all the Toyota Tacomas. I mean, there's like 30 or 40 of them just loaded to the brim. And yeah, and everybody wants the Toyota Corolla Crosses and the Camrys and all that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, the manufacturer, Toyota, and every manufacturer, they would rather sell these to the dealerships and sell them to the public. Because at the end of the day, this is what makes more money. And look at the build quality. We go up to them. This is not built in Japan. Look at this seamless line. I don't know if you can see, it gets a lot tighter right there. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. You don't see that with other Toyota products built in, let's say, Japan.
What happens when a car just doesn't sell? Someone asked me that, and there's lots of answers to that question if it's new versus used, but let's just talk about new cars. So when a new car just never sells, which hasn't been a problem in the last few years because of the car shortage, but there has been times where it was. And it's most likely a car that is like something we have a ton of, Sentras, Altimas. There's a few things that we could do. One is put them into loaner car service, meaning our service department obviously services about 1,600 people a month, and sometimes people need a car to drive if their car is going to be in the shop for more than a day or so. So like these two cars are good examples. We probably had multiple Altimas in that color. They were probably over 300 days on the lot. Sentra as well. They're not the hottest selling car. And then on new cars, sometimes we'll sell them to rental car companies, or we just wait it out and they eventually do so.
Highest monthly payment you've seen?
Ooh, the highest monthly payment I've seen here, probably about maybe $1,200.
What was the car?
It was innocent.
About $3,500.
What was the car?
A G-Wagon G63. About $2,500.
What was the car?
A GTR.
Probably close to $2,500.
What was the car?
Yukon Denali Ultimate, $115,000.
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
Nice.
Everything.
$1,450.
What was the car?
Used truck.
Ooh, about $1,320.
What was the car?
It was a Lancer Evo Special Edition.
$1,000.
What was the car?
GMC Hummer.
Every single person answered that question with a smile, like it was a fun fact. Like paying $3,500 a month for a car is a quirky personality trait and not a financial emergency. $1,450 a month on a Yukon Denali. That's $17,400 a year. Over a 6-year loan, that's over $100,000 for a truck that will be worth a third of that when the last payment clears. And the Lancer Evo at $1,320. That's a car that was maybe $40,000 new. $1,320 a month means either the interest rate is criminal or the loan term is so long the car will disintegrate before it's paid off. These aren't car payments, these are consequences, and the people making them don't realize it yet because the car still smells new. 97% of people watching this aren't subscribed. If you're one of them and you made it this far, please hit subscribe button.
Alrighty guys, so I'm here at this new Cadillac dealership looking at a couple new Cadillacs, and I just gotta say this: if you want this new Escalade that Cadillac has out with this nice paint job, go ahead and go sell your house, your kidneys, and your limbs so you can afford it. Take a look at this. This is the new Cadillac Escalade. I gotta say, this exterior paint job is hard as can be. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the flakes in the paint job, but it is hard. But it better be hard for the price tag. I mean, let's take a look at it. Here we have a 2025 Escalade IQ Sport 2. Standard vehicle price $148,000, but wait, there is more. Total price $153,000 for this new Escalade IQ Sport 2. I wonder what the depreciation is on something like this.
This could be very, very bad news if you're in the car business. So there is a large buy here, pay here that operates out of Texas and California that has reportedly closed 2 stores and laid off about 1,100 employees. Everybody knows that subprime banks have taken huge losses over the last 2 years or so, and you're finally starting to see big buy here, pay here's feel it also. Now they currently have 30 locations between Texas and California, and if you've been to the auction, I mean, they buy. If they get on a car, they're going to buy the car. It doesn't matter if you're drive time, it doesn't matter if you're a large dealer group, they will pay whatever for the car. They also just reportedly laid off about 1,100 people, and again, 2 of their dealerships in San Antonio, one in San Antonio, one in Dallas, apparently have closed. For years, since I've been in the business, I've watched Tricolor pay stupid money for any vehicle, and I think it's finally catching up to them.
When it comes to cars, it is one of the places that, financially speaking, I mean, it's kind of one of the dumbest debts you can get into from a financial perspective, because again, you're borrowing money and paying more on that borrowed money because of interest on an asset that's going down in value versus like a house, a mortgage, right? You take out a mortgage, you do pay interest on that loan, but the value of that home is going up at the same time. So the car itself is not a wise purchase to make when you don't have cash for it.
Dealer profits hit record highs in 2021, 2022, 2023. The money was so easy that they forgot the basic rule of any business. The customer has to come back. And now the customer isn't coming back. The lots are full, the showrooms are empty, and the same dealerships that were adding 10, 15, 20,000 in markups are now sitting on inventory they can't move. And the response hasn't been to lower prices to where they should be. The response has been to get creative. $39 leases with 5,000-mile limits, $21,000 in back-end fees, financing structures that bury negative equity into bigger loans with longer terms at higher rates. They're not trying to sell you a car you can afford. They're trying to sell you a payment you'll accept. And those are 2 very different things. A payment you can technically make every month is not the same as a car you can afford. And here's the part that should change how you walk into any dealership. Every single fee in that finance office is negotiable or removable. The maintenance contract, the extended warranty, the tire and wheel package, the paint protection, the fabric coating, the optional sales commission, all of it. Every single line item exists because the finance manager's job is to see how many of them you'll say yes to. And most people say yes to all of them because they're exhausted. They've been at the dealership for 4 hours and they just want to drive the car home. That's the design. The process is long on purpose. By the time you get to the finance office, you're tired, you're committed, and you'll sign almost anything to make it stop. If you're buying a car right now, and I mean right now in this market, the leverage has shifted back to you for the first time in years. Lots are full. Dealers need to move inventory. Interest rates are making buyers hesitant. That's your advantage. Walk in knowing the invoice price, not the MSRP. Know what the car is actually worth, not what the sticker says. And when you get to the finance office, say no to everything, every single line item. If something is genuinely valuable to you, you can always add it later. Aftermarket, third party, at half the price the dealer quoted. The dealer's warranty markup is where they make their real money, not on the car itself. The car is the excuse to get you into the back office. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Because if you think dealership prices are bad, wait until you see what happens when people try to buy a car with a credit score that should have been a stop sign. That video's on screen now.